What's the mood like around PSG right now?
The mood is bad. Everybody is quite down at the club. Everything until December was going so well in the league under Thomas Tuchel, in the Champions League as well, with that qualification for the last 16 in a very tough group with Napoli and Liverpool. And since then, things haven't gone as well. Obviously, there's the Rabiot incident and that argument that has been going on for weeks now. And then on top of that, the Neymar injury now. PSG losing their superstar once again, as you said, at the key moment of the season for a long time, 10 weeks minimum, maybe more. Maybe he will be back after 10 weeks. How fit will he be when he comes back? That's the whole question. There's so many questions over that injury from Neymar. A big debate about is he protected enough by referees? Questions about does he need surgery actually? Would surgery be a better thing for him for the future? Clearly, PSG and the player have decided not to go for surgery and to hope that in the next 10 weeks his foot will get better and will heal better than if he had surgery that would probably rule him out for the whole of the season. So a lot of questions and yet not many answers around Neymar and PSG right now.
Jules, we asked you to come up with a Neymar-less 11 for PSG. Cavani and Mbappe still up top. You got Paredes there in the middle, just came over from Zenit. I mean, this is still a pretty good team, Jules. What's your confidence level that this group, the 11 that you've put together for us, could actually get through a tie with Manchester United?
I think they're still capable of, over the two legs, knocking out United in the Champions League. There's no doubt about that. The 4-4-2 formation with Cavani and Mbappe up front seems to be what Thomas Tuchel prefers when Neymar is not there. This is the formation is used the most in the games Neymar hasn't played so far this season. That's how they played at the weekend against Rennes in the league when they won 4-1. It seems that Cavani and Mbappe up front are actually linking up quite well together, that their understanding is getting better, at least better than when Neymar plays with them two. And I think Tuchel likes that 4-4-2, which can also switch to a 3-4-3 formation with Di Maria pushing up a bit more and Dani Alves going into wing-back position. So it would be very interesting. I think that's probably what Tuchel could do against United in the two legs, especially in the first leg away at Old Trafford. But he has other options. Not many, that's the thing, but he still has other options to play if he wants to. However, losing Neymar at this time of the season is a huge blow for him and for the team.
Guys, Jules mentioned the debate going on in France right now. Is Neymar protected enough? And it sounds crazy for me to say this, but does he almost deserve the injuries that have happened to him?
One thing I would say here, just quickly, is getting injured is an occupational hazard. And we all know the rules, and it can happen. I think the word deserve for me shouldn't be involved here. Nobody deserves to be injured. However, if you go to a country as the talisman, as the big star, and you go and you goad opposing fans, and you goad opposing teams, inferior teams, and you goad inferior players, then you're putting a target on yourself, right? And there's nothing in that that says he deserved to be kicked.
What do you mean by goad?
By goading, he's antagonising. He did. He made fun of a lot of the players, particularly last year in Liga and lower teams, smaller guys that are not earning much money. He goaded. He antagonised. And that's no reason for anyone to kick anyone, but it's a reason why an opposing player, it's no reason for me to say it, but it's a reason why an opposing player might think, I've had enough of that.
A lack of respect, isn't it? You're actually showing no respect to your opposition, so don't be surprised. I thought the funny one was, are the referees protecting him enough? I mean, to be quite honest, it must be tough for referees because you don't know when he's getting fouled and when he's diving. So you put that alongside the fact that he doesn't still, as long as he's been played, he does not still recognise when he should keep a hold of it and when he should let it go. So you put all that together and you end up getting kicked and you end up getting injured.
Am I too new school here? I mean, everybody else seems old school. You can't blame the guy for having the ball, for having more skill than the other players.
Yeah, but you take a look at a player that has an abundance of skill like Messi, and he understands when he needs to get rid of the ball. Certainly he's very good at tight spaces. He can ride a tackle if need be. but he doesn't give players the opportunity to get close enough all the time to get kicked. I think Neymar has the opportunity in his setting with the accompanying players that he has options to get rid of the ball quicker. And he can then alleviate someone given a chance either the first time or the second time, or even a bunch of players getting close enough to him to tackle him consistently.
As a defender, you know when you're playing against Messi that he's trying to pull you in, so he's going to lay it off, so you don't want to do it. You know when you play against Neymar, he's pulling you in because you know he's going to try and make you look foolish.
He wants to put you on YouTube.
And you know he's going to keep a hold of it. So you can't wait to get as close to him as you can, and you can't wait if you can kick him.
Jules, you say it's a debate in France. Clearly, it's not much of a debate here on the studio panel. I'm the only one that sees it that way. What's your side of it?
No, I mean, I'm in the middle. I think there's people in France like Christophe Dugarry, the former France international, who says doing a pass with your back, this is not football. And he says also, a bit like the boys have been saying, who else does what Neymar does? No one else showboats in the way Neymar does. And he says, Messi doesn't do it, Ronaldo doesn't do it, Hazard doesn't do it, Salah doesn't do it. It's only Neymar. And it's always the same debate about Neymar. Should he be protected enough? You know, is he being kicked because he showboats, because he takes the mickey out of people, because he mocked the opposition? And that's what the Strasbourg players and manager were saying at the time. You know, he's mocking us, so he can't be surprised that at some point we lose it a bit, and he gets kicked. And you've got others who said, well, he gets insulted and kicked, so his response, he's to showboat, he's to use his skills to show how better he is than anyone else. And I can see the two sides of the story. I don't think there will be a winner in that debate. The fact is, right now, he's injured because he got kicked in a game again. And yet, he got kicked in a game after he showed a lot of tricks and a lot of showboating as well. So I'm not sure who is right or not, but it's something that I think will be debated for a long time.